Hi, welcome. I'm Chrissy and this is Tiny Bookcase, and thank you for joining me for another video. Today I have a Jane Austen book haul, so stick around and join me for that. Welcome back if you are joining me again. But if you are new to my channel, my name is Chrissy and this is a Tiny Bookcase. This is a special edition of my channel. At the moment, I'm preparing for my convalidation ceremony, which is a wedding in the Catholic Church. If you're not married through the Catholic Church and you are going to be married through the Catholic Church, it is called a convalidation ceremony. So I have been married 28 years to my husband, but because he was not practicing his Catholic faith and did not receive his sacraments, he's only been baptized in the Catholic Church. I wasn't able to be married in the Catholic Church, unfortunately. So all these years, 28 to be exact, that we've been married, I have not been able to receive Holy Communion. If you're Catholic, you understand how difficult that is for someone who really wants to continue their faith in their church, and it's very hard going to Mass and not being able to receive communion. People look at you, wonder why you don't get up. I've had them come up to me actually and ask would I like to receive the Eucharist, and I have to say no, and they look at me weird, and it's very hard. Sometimes I felt humiliated, but for the most part I just miss receiving the body of Christ, which as Catholics we believe is the body of Christ. So to make a long story short, my husband and I spoke with my parish priest, and we'll be getting married in about 10 days. Actually, it's 10 days away, and so pretty excited, a little bit anxious, but I'm sure you want to hear more about this haul. So I had the idea to incorporate my love of reading and my affection for Jane Austen and her books into my wedding reception. So my idea was I was going to, instead of numbering our tables for our seating chart, I decided to name them. And so I decided to name them from the characters of the Jane Austen books, specifically couples, but there are a couple of just characters sprinkled in there, strictly because time constraint and budget. It's been a bit difficult to get everything done so quickly, because coming up in July my daughter will be making her quinceañera, and I have talked about that in previous videos. So if you'd like to hear more about that, I will put a link here for some video that I talk about that in. But let's get to the haul. So I was at Half Price Bookstore yesterday. I don't know if you're familiar. It is a discount bookstore that I go to once in a while. I've been meaning to get there a lot sooner, but it didn't turn out as I planned. So yesterday I was able to make it in to the store, and I was looking specifically for certain books and then their companions. I needed 2 of each book, so let's just start bringing those out. So the first book I'm pulling out is pretty hefty. It is Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen, and this book cost me $7.99, if you can see right there. All the books, obviously, they're half price because it is the half price bookstore. Regular price, I never did find on this book the regular price, so I'm assuming it was probably $16 maybe, somewhere around there. So I picked that one up. I kind of like this one because aesthetically pleasing. I think it'll look well with our tablescape. So I got a few of the Sense and Sensibility because it was hard for me to decide which book to choose. Like I said, I wanted to find something that wasn't that battered and hopefully something that would match the color scheme. But that wasn't as important as the fact that I needed specific books. So I like this one because it's floppy. As you know, I love floppy books. I like the text of this book. It's it doesn't say it's large print, but it's a really good size and it's like really bold on the color is really bold. So I like that. I like how the margins are. I like the space there. I just really feel really happy about this book, and I think I saw, yes I did. So this book has illustrations. I think I remember some of them did, but I was going through all these books, so I'll put some, you'll see some footage of that trip. But I got a few, like I said, of these books. So the next book I'm pulling out is the other Sense and Sensibility book I found. So this one was $8.49. I'm guessing because this is a bicentennial edition of Sense and Sensibility. I love this book. I cannot say that enough. I love the teacup. I love the color. I love the gold. I love everything about this book. Here is the back. As you can see, it is so cute. This book is darling. Originally, this book was $17, and I paid $8.49 for this book. So really good price for this book. It has a flap, so I like to use these to mark my spot when I'm pausing for a bit. Here is, it's a Penguin Classic Edition, as you can see. So it's just a really great book. You can see the beveled edges, and this one it's not that great, the size of the text, but I don't mind that. It's really gonna be hard to let these go because I don't know if I mentioned, but at the end of the evening or at some point in the evening, I am going to let someone have these books. So there's going to be like a little mini raffle at each table because they will be on the tables that they correspond to. So like Sense and Sensibility will be on Eleanor's table because that was my idea. My idea was I was going to name the tables after certain couples or favorite characters from certain books of Jane Austen. So we have two Sense and Sensibility books. So one would be Eleanor and the other one would be Edward Ferrars. So, but I think I'm just going to stick with the first names. Possibly. There are a couple that will have the last name because they're just infamous. So here is one of my next finds. This was difficult because I love Northanger Abbey. This is not the best condition for a book, but I really like the illustration, and to be honest, there wasn't any more. There was only one Northanger Abbey book, and I got this for $3.99. Considering this is this has a lot of stickers that I need to see if I can get off. It has got a little discard stamp on there. It is quite floppy. I think that anybody would have, would find this very comfortable to read. Again, there are more stamps. There is nothing I can do about the stamps, unless I were to paint over them, but I'm afraid that it would ruin it, so I don't want to do that. There's even a little C here. I don't know what that's for. Maybe we can say C for Catherine, maybe. I don't know. I don't know why it's there. But again, it's what it is. I can't do anything about it. I had a Northanger Abbey book already, so since I didn't find another Northanger Abbey book, I will be Here it is. It's right up here. I will be I'm gonna have to use that book. And by coincidence, I did get this one also. This book was also from Half Price Books. I got this on a trip back in October, I want to say. This one is from Articus. It's by Articus Books. I liked the illustration in the front. I like the blue. I don't know why they chose it. I just liked it. Here's the back of the book. I just aesthetically I liked the book. I wasn't too happy with the text. It's pretty tiny. And so I don't mind offering this one up. I'm sure in the future I will find another Northanger Abbey book that I'm pleased with. I do own a collection of Jane Austen's books. Rather, I own a collection of the novels. It is bound in one huge book. I purchased that one at Barnes & Noble's, I want to say like maybe 15, 16 years ago, I think. I will leave a link up here. It's featured in another video that I did about a lot of my Jane Austen books. So if you want to see that video, you go ahead and check it out. It seems to be viewed a lot. I guess there's a lot of Jane Austen fans like myself on BookTube, and I'm very surprised. It's one of the most viewed videos from my channel. But I'm really happy because I really like doing that video, and I enjoyed sharing my Jane Austen books, and I'm so happy that that's a very favorite video of viewers. So if you, like I said, you can check it out if you like. So let's get back to the haul. The next book I'm pulling out is Mansfield Park. This was another one I had a hard time finding a companion book for. Well, actually not a companion book, but an actual second copy of this book. Half Price Books, I mean, it's not a regular book. I mean, it's a regular bookstore, but they don't always have all the editions. They don't always have all the novels. And I think the last time I was there, I don't think they even had Mansfield Park. So I was happy that they did, because it's one of the books that I wanted to feature during my reception. Fanny Price is one of my favorite characters. I tend to go back to those characters that maybe aren't the most popular, but they resonate for some reason with me, and Fanny Price is one of those characters. So I knew I wanted to include Fanny Mansfield Park rather in my reception, but since I couldn't find the second copy, what my thoughts was to take my copy of Lady Susan. And this one's a really neat copy because it's Lady Susan, the Watsons, and Sanditon. And this is by Penguin Classics. Really floppy book. I really like this book. I got this online on Target.com. I can't remember how much I paid for it, but I'll link it. I'll put it down in the description if I can find out what that was. But there's a couple of there's an introduction, a chronology, a further reading, social background, and at the end, after the novels, they have note on text and notes. So a really great find, I think. A little sad to give it away, but I was trying to figure out what I could do. I mean, I know that it's pretty close, and I probably can maybe order online and it could possibly get here on time, but I really don't want to take the chance. Also, that would get pretty pricey, and I was trying to keep costs down, as you know. I've tried to do that as much as I could planning this wedding. There's been some obviously costs that I couldn't get as down as I would like, but as much as I could, I tried. So that's my idea anyways for the Mansfield Park situation, or the lack of the second book. Again, these are my thoughts. These are my my plans, and we all know that plans don't always go according to plan. So we'll just have to see how it does turn out. I will make a video when things quiet down and after the events. If you care to see that, be on the lookout. It'll probably come out sometime in May, I think, because possibly that'll be when I'll have the time to get it up. Like I said, I'm also planning a quinceañera, which is taking place in July, so there is a lot of going on. And on top of that all, I'm still trying to read somewhat. I'm in the middle of 2 books right now. I'm reading The Wedding Dress by Rachel. I always forget her last name or even how to say it. I'll put it right here. And I'm also listening to an audio book, The Front Desk, I think, by Kelly Yang. So I'm really enjoying those 2 right now, and I'm hoping I'll finish them by the end of this month. But, you know, cross my fingers that'll happen. I don't know, because, like I said, my wedding is in like 10 days, and it's the 30th actually, so that's like the end, I think. Yeah, April 30th. Last day of the month, so we'll see. I'm hoping to finish. If not, I'll have to just roll over to May. And I am also planning to participate in the historical fiction read-a-thon, which is hosted by Katie from Books and Things, and I will leave a link there if you would like to learn more about this read-a-thon. She did announce it a while back, and I happened across it. I was really happy to hear about it because I love historical fiction. It's my favorite genre. I read a lot of it. I didn't even know that that's what I know I liked it, but I've noticed that it is my favorite genre because that's what I read the most. And I do love mystery as well. So getting back again, I always get sidetracked. The next book I'm pulling out of this bag is Pride and Prejudice. And then of course this book had to show up on this list of books that I will be featuring at my reception. This one is, as you can tell, it has the cover from the movie that Emma Watson portrayed Lizzie. I can't remember what year it was, but this one is the only one I found. They had 2 of the same copy, but I really didn't want to, I mean, if I had to, but I didn't want to do that. So I decided to pick this one up and hope that I find another copy, because I do own, I think I own 2 copies of Pride and Prejudice, and I have the compilation of the novels, like I said. So I have 3, but I didn't want to give those books up because they were, 2 of them were gifts, and I didn't want to give up my collection of the novels. So so yeah, but this one is in pretty good condition. It was $4.99, and here I'm seeing originally was $10. You see that? It is Penguin Books. So it has a little bit of Jane Austen's life, a little bio at the front before the title page. Here's the title page. Pretty floppy, meets the criteria of floppiness. Font, not so much, pretty tiny, but I don't mind it as much. It is not as, it's not a bold dark print, but again, it's good. I was okay with this. And actually, I went to see this movie when it came out with my aunt, who I found out is going to be attending the reception. So I think I will be sitting her at Elizabeth's table, Lizzie. So she will have the opportunity to possibly win this book in the raffle, but you know, if luck's with her, hopefully. I mean, I hope everyone could get a book, but that would cost me a fortune, and it would be kind of convoluted, I think. So I think having a book on the table is a nice I didn't have to do it because I could just put the sign and just have it. But I think there's going to be a lot of people there that don't know who Jane Austen is, wouldn't understand why there's names on the table. I mean, except for one of them. No, actually two. My daughter's middle name is Elizabeth. Wasn't named after Lizzie. Actually, I've always loved that name. And to be honest, Saint Elizabeth, Our Lady's cousin, I've always, like, my son's name is Anthony, and there's Saint Anthony, so I just thought that was a really neat thing when I was naming her, that she did have the name of our Saint Elizabeth. But I've always liked that name, and she loves to be referred to as Lizzie, so there you go. But it wasn't planned that way. I assure you it wasn't. But so there was that connection. But my husband's middle name actually is Edward. So I think I'm sitting his sister at that table, Edward Ferris's table, but it's just gonna be Edward. But like I said, there will be a couple of tables that would probably be the last name. So to be honest with you, it's gonna be probably the second edition of this book. Should I find the second edition, it will be Darcy, of course. And my son has already claimed that name for his table, so he wants to be seated at that table. This book is the third copy I found of Sense and Sensibility. I had not owned this standalone copy of Sense and Sensibility for a while. I used to have a hardcover edition that I donated. I was kind of I wasn't too happy, like it didn't wow me. I bought it because I wanted to own a copy of Sense and Sensibility, and actually I think I bought it years ago at a half-price bookstore. Actually, I like to go to those because you never know what you're gonna find, and sometimes sometimes there are old editions that you would like to acquire, but you just can't find them anywhere. And then when you do find them, they're costing an arm and a leg because, of course, they can't be found. So I like to go because you never know what's gonna show up there. So I did find that copy years ago. My son was quite small. I want to say he was like 2, and my daughter, she was somewhere with our Lord and looking down on us, I guess. But yeah, now I have 3, although I will only be holding back 1 because I only need 2. I haven't decided which one, but this one I found in the paperback section of the half-price bookstore, because I do have a section with a bunch of paperbacks. This is quite lovely paperback edition, I think, of Sense and Sensibility. I really like the cover of this book. I don't know, I just there's something about it, and I'm guessing that this is kind of like portraying Eleanor and Marianne, and it does kind of remind me of their personalities a bit. This is the side view. So simple and classic. I like the fonts. This is from Phantom Classics right there. Can you see it? Now, of course, paperback, not so floppy. But, I mean, you can dig into this book. You can just do... It's so comfortable to just be able to just open, not worry about how if you're going to damage your book. And I have to say, whoever owned this before, they did a good job not kind of destroying this, because obviously paperback books, people don't tend to take that good care of. At least I've seen a bunch of very destroyed paperback books for the most part. The font is pretty tiny. That is my most critiqued of this book. That's what irks me the most about this book. Otherwise, it would be hard. It's hard to decide which Sense and Sensibility book to hold back. I think I know which one to hold back, but you'll see. And the next book I'm pulling out is Persuasion, which I also found in the paperback So I really like the cover as well. It's doesn't have the black background, but I do like this bright, it's, I don't know if you notice it, but it's, you can see it's the picture, but just in this background, so you just see, you can see her, if you can look really close. And I think it's like a gray, bluish background. I like it. This is also Barnes and Noble's classic edition. Oh, okay. I think, yes, this was $4.95, and I got it for $2.49. So, there's an introduction and notes by Susan Ostrov Weiser, I think. I hope I'm not destroying the name. Oh, and there's a little decoration to the inside cover. They have a couple of quotes, so I didn't notice that when I picked this up. That's pretty interesting. Let's see here from page 4. Vanity was the beginning and the end of Sir Walter Elliot's character. Vanity of person and of situation. Page 4. So that was neat. I like that. Again, the back, and you can see that it is got the picture. It's there. It's just very, very light. I really do kind of like this this little paperback book from Barnes and Nobles. There's I think, yes, there's some end notes. So we got some end notes and some other extras. I'm trying to see what they are. So it's for the reading. So they have biographies, criticisms, and after that, and then they have a list of other titles that are available from Barnes and Noble's classics. So, I mean, I have to say, I think $4.95 was a good price for it when it was originally purchased. But I'm happy to pay $2.49, so that is definitely a bargain, and I will take it. And the last book that I'm pulling out of my bag is Emma. So I didn't get so lucky with Emma. Emma is very popular novel of Jane Austen. She's a very popular character. This actually is going on Mr. Knightley's table. This is the Penguin Classic Deluxe Edition. It's really nice. It's got the bevel edges, floppy. It's got the flap. No decoration inside, however, but there's other features. Let's see here. Here's the back flap. So yeah, I bought this copy, I want to say back maybe in October. I think, yes, I think I do have video. So I will leave it up here if you are interested in seeing that. But this is the 2 editions of Emma that I will be using at the reception, or featuring at my reception. It is gonna be so hard to see these books go, and it's not a regular on haul. It's like a giveaway, book giveaway, I guess. I'm sorry that you weren't able to have that opportunity, but like I said, I had to keep costs down. But I hope you like this idea. I mean, I don't know, it just popped into my head. I don't know if anyone's done it before. I don't know if anyone thinks it's a good idea. I thought it was a good idea. My husband thought it was a bit, he didn't understand. He's not a Jane Austen fan. He knows who she is. He's watched a couple of the movies with me, or attempted to watch a couple of movies with me. He's probably, I think, fallen asleep in a couple of them, but because I definitely know that it was Lady Susan. One of them, Love and Friendship, I think they named it, but it was Lady Susan. That was the book was actually Lady Susan, but they called it Love and Friendship. And I don't understand why they did that either. But that's all I have for you from this on haul. If you have a half price books near you, I would encourage you to go check them out, because you just don't know what you're gonna find. I was hoping that I could find all the books I had on my list. I was kind of pretty frightened that I wasn't going to find any, and I was really happy that I found quite a bit. And of course, I had to make some adjustments. Like I said, I'm not going to have the partner, but I will still have a Jane Austen character for the last 2 tables. So 6 novels are going, no, not 6. 7 novels are going to be featured, because I forget Lady Susan is a separate novel. I believe Pride and Prejudice, Sense and Sensibility, Northanger Abbey, Emma, Lady Susan, and Mansfield Park. Did I leave any out? Persuasion. I forgot Persuasion. It's one of my favorite novels. It is. Well, she's like my favorite character. Possibly, I think I see myself in her. The whole thing about being persuaded. I do find it very difficult to make decisions. I don't know if I would have chosen the path that I made at the beginning. I am so happy that things turned out for the best for her, because she deserved it. I do think Captain Wentworth was kind of mean, and sometimes I have been in relationships where I thought, come on, you don't have to be so cold-hearted. But I mean, I understand he was hurt, and he was upset that she could be persuaded, because I guess, how could you not be with that person that you love, and they're proposing, and you want to be with them, and then, so I can understand he was hurt, but I don't think that it excuses behavior. I'm sorry, it just bothered me. So, but she is my favorite character, I want to say. So I'm surprised I forgot her. Really, really surprised. But yeah, so, and to be honest, I think it's actually more because my Lady Susan book, I'm featuring Lady Susan, the character, but and like I said, it does have Sanditon and the Watsons, so there's that. But the main features, yes, 7 books, and then those bonus ones. So there you go. That's all of the books. I'm trying to pile these up like in a nice way so you can see them. So, here is my tower of Jane Austen books that I found at Half Price Bookstore. I am so happy. Well, actually, some of these are from my own collection, but just one actually, Emma. But I am so happy that I was able to find all those. It took a huge weight off of my chest because I was worried. I really did want to put a book on each table. I know my husband didn't think that was a major thing, and it's not going to be to other guests, but I wanted to do it, and I was hoping that I could do it, and I wasn't sure I was going to be able to. So I am happy, and I hope that whoever ends up taking one of these books home appreciates them, and if not, passes them along to somebody who will, or donates them to somebody, because it's a shame not to do that. It's reading's a gift, and I think it can bring together so many people, and there's so many adventures out there and journeys to go on in a book. So I hope you enjoyed. Oh, I forgot one more thing. So I was gifted this a while back. I can't remember how long ago. And this is a gift for probably either Christmas or Mother's Day, my birthday. And it is a personal library kit. So if you see in there, There's one of those old-fashioned stampers that has the date and it has the month, and um I think it has the day. It definitely has dates. So my whole thought was that I was going to, that was another reason why I went to do this. I was going to stamp the book with the date of our wedding, so I thought that would be cool. And here are some little cards to put in. Now, normally these cards would be for you to lend this out. So this is kind of like when you lend a book to a friend or to a family member, and you want to make sure you get your book back. And you can do kind of like emulate what libraries do and what they used to do in the past, and stamp the book, and then they have a date, and here it would say it has here from the principal library of, and your name, and then it'll have like here on this one it says loan to, and it will say who it was loaned to, the date, and then like a phone number, just in case you don't receive it back. You can contact them and tell them that there's a title and author. So I thought this was a cute kit. I really liked it. If you see, I have not opened it because I hadn't had a opportunity to use it, and I've been like, every time I see it, I was like, I need to use this because I really like this. So I thought that it would be great to use for this occasion because I can put the date of our ceremony. So whoever wins this will definitely have a personal memento of the occasion. So yeah, that's my other reason why I wanted to have these books was because of this idea that I had. So yeah, down here it says, get your books back. And I want to say I have lent books out and never saw them again. And it's quite a shame because, I mean, yes, I've read them, obviously. But, you know, I don't just love reading books. I love having them. I love collecting them. Obviously, I know I can't keep all the books I've read or all the books I love. So from time to time, I do on hauls. I will donate or gift books away that I am not as attached to as I once was. It does happen. It doesn't happen often, but it does. There's some books that I don't plan to read in near future. Who knows how much in the future, and yet I still want to keep them. And then there's books that I know I'm not going to read. I'm probably not going to read them anytime soon. And I think let's just give these to someone who will appreciate them and read them and want to hold on to them. So I have done on hauls. I don't know if I've done a haul video. If I have, I'll link it, but I'm not sure if I have. I know I have unhauled some books during COVID. Because I was trying to do some purging and trying to organize my home, which I did give up a lot of things, but there are still a lot of things to give up. So the house still is not totally to where my satisfaction at all. But right now, it's even worse because of all the stuff that I've been incorporating into these occasions, and you know, attire and stuff. And I did show you that video of my daughter's quinceañera dress. I'll link it up here if you haven't seen it. If you're watching this for the first time, you haven't seen that video. And it's right here beside me. So yeah, I need to do some more decluttering. I don't know if I will be doing any on haul of any books anytime soon, but if I do, I will try to record those and then so you can possibly see the books that I am donating or gifting because I no longer want in my personal collection. But thank you for watching. I'm sorry if it was all over the place. That's been me lately. I have so much going on in my head, so many things that are going on, and other things in the background. I mean, my daughter's in school and she's got her stuff going on, and she's going to be making her confirmation this coming Sunday. So we have that coming up. So it's just been really crazy. It's been so crazy. So I'm sorry that this might have been all over the place. I hope you enjoyed the haul video, and maybe consider liking it if you liked it, and maybe consider subscribing as well. But thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next one. But until then, take care. God bless. See you soon. Bye.